Hello, people. This is yours truly, Kaminaku, and welcome. Yes, you got that right. I said I wanted to share my pregnancy strategy. I think you're thinking something else. You think you're coming to listen to sex positions or sex styles or what type, but it's far from that. It's more than that. I am sure some of you here know that I have shared my birth story, my journey to motherhood, and it wasn't easy. I shared the stories, and because after sharing the story, there were a lot of women who realized that who could relate to my story, started reaching out, talking to me because I have been there and now I have gone through the whole journey and succeeded. I've been through all the miscarriages, all the stillbirth, everything, and now I'm here. I have 2 children, so they reach out to me for encouragement, for support, for upliftment and all that. But there's one thing I have realized about most of them. Most of them are worried that somebody may be the cause of their inability to have a child or their inability to get pregnant, which sometimes baffles my mind. Honestly, that's why I want to share this today. Personally, I never for once believed anyone or anything or anybody was responsible for my inability to have a child or my stillbirth or my miscarriage. I never believed anybody was responsible for that. So when they come with that mindset, sometimes it kills my spirit in the sense that they need to work on their mindset, which is going to take a whole lot of time. It's about a matter of time. I have been there. I've had stillbirth, I've had miscarriage, and I know what I have done that differently from the pregnancies that made it than the ones that didn't make it. Yeah. So here is, back home, back when I was young growing up, my dad would make sure we go to church every Sunday. Like, it's a thing. At times he wouldn't even go to church, but he would drive you to church, and then, so my favorite childhood times were the Sunday school. I enjoyed Sunday school a lot. So I got to learn about so much more, so many things. I learned about how Daniel was in lions that God saved him, how God can give us everything we want, how God, if once we are Christians, we are children of God, God doesn't want us to suffer. So I keep that in mind. That grew with me. That's what I've always believed in, that why would a good and a loving God want me to suffer? So I carry this strategy or this theory with me through my pregnancy or whatever time, the journey. So I've had miscarriages that I'll be asking God, why would I miscarry? If you don't want me to have a baby, why would you even make me get pregnant in the first place? I've asked all kinds of silly questions. But also my mindset, of course, being an African woman, growing up in an environment that tells you once you're unable to get pregnant, somebody's jealous of your marriage, somebody's doing you something, or because you have this, all kinds of negativity. And around that time when I was young, of course, people will be asking, when are you having a baby? Don't you have a baby? And my mother is very prayerful. She will pray and bind and cast, and people will see things and tell all kinds of things. Even though I never believed in any of those. But as a human being, you see why I said listen to certain things are not good. You listen to all these things and they're in your mind. They affect you. When you're trying to even think positive, the negative comes in. So for the first time ever in my life, I thought God was about to forsake me. But that didn't happen. So of course, the mind battle, I've been through all this back and forth. But I've realized that the killer is a lot of questions. All this projection of fear or the gospel of fear even goes to tell me that a lot of Christians, as Christians as we are, we don't even believe in the power of God. Because thinking that somebody else, a mere mortal, can be responsible for something like that in your life means that your God is not powerful enough. So these women call me, and one day she used a certain term. I have forgotten to say that both her and her husband have always thought that somebody is responsible for this. So they are going for prayers with the prophets who are also adding salt to injury, telling them all kinds of things, Charlie, it doesn't help. It's the number one. I don't know how to even express it. I know how people feel about prophets and prophecy and all that, so I won't even go delve deep into it. Don't forget that I'm Ghanaian too, and I've had my fair share of all these false and fake prophecies. Honestly, they are not worth it. I came out to talk about how, after losing so many pregnancies, how I came out with 2 successful ones. So you should know what I mean. And nobody, no man can even say, oh, I prayed for you. Nobody. I did all this by myself with the belief in God. That's what matters. So I believe somebody can copy this strategy. Somebody who has a mindset like mine can copy this strategy, and it will definitely work for the person. But if you don't have a mindset like mine, it will be difficult for it to work for you. And let's never believe anybody can do me anything like hold my womb, or I didn't believe that. I just thought maybe it wasn't time, or there was something that wasn't wrong with me. So of course I've been to hospitals a lot. I've received so many treatments and all. But I never for once believed. There was a time I went to in the Volta region, I went to my hometown, and somebody, knowing that I don't have a child, came to post something on my car and said, oh, this is a man of God, this sticker should be in your car, you can get pregnant. That was ridiculous. Do you pull this nonsense off my car? I was so mad. I was so mad to the fact that maybe my mom thought maybe I wasn't Christian anymore or something like that. I was so mad. I don't need anybody. I don't need to put anybody's sticker on my car. I don't need any oil. I don't need anything. I just believed in my mind that, okay, this is for me. If God has made me that I would have children, definitely the time is going to come. So even part of my prayers, I go to a prayer, I tell my God, okay, fine. When I turn 35 years, I wouldn't even be bothered. I wouldn't even think about it. If I don't have a child, I wouldn't even pray. I had this kind of conversation with God. I'm like, God, because I'm growing. When I'm 35 and I still don't have a child, I can't kill myself. I'll just live my life. So much. Sometimes I pray and I get so angry with God, which I think a lot of people do. But I'm telling you, your belief system again, your belief system is what always creates your reality. It is 99.9999% correct. It is your belief system. Once I was pregnant, I have never been to church, not even once. It was Ada, my creative director, that came one Sunday and said, no, madam, you have to go to church. You are taking this thing lightly. Pregnancy is not easy. You have to go to church. You need some prayers. And then she stood on me, woke me up from bed, stood on me. I had my bath, put me into my closet, choose the dress that I was going to wear. Oh, she told no, this one, no, wear this one. Okay, this one is better. Chose a dress for me to wear to go to church. I didn't want to say that I believe in God. Now my mind is that I was going to communicate my prayers. And see, it's not about going to church when you see prophets. It's about even our good deeds. I mentioned in one of my posts here that gratitude is one of the strategies in one of the techniques in getting what you want in life. Gratitude. Some of you are praying to God for something and you're so bitter about positive news. You're so hurt. You're so negative about all kinds of things. You're thinking when you even think about what you don't want than what you want. The focus is mainly on what you don't want. Oh, somebody's doing me. Maybe it's my auntie in the village. Maybe it's instead of thinking about how you're holding your baby, smiling, laughing every time. Until somebody has a baby, you look at yourself and like, oh my God, this is how my baby's going to look like. There's too much negativity instead of positivity. Seriously. Some of you are busy holding grudges, fighting. There's too much negativity going on in your mind, in your thought process. So you're not even it's going to be difficult for you to get what you want. Seriously, if you want to apply the strategy that I do, when I told my story, everybody was like, oh, God, folks, you were going through this, all this one. Oh, but you were always happy. Oh, God, was I supposed to be sad? Seriously. I was sad anytime I lose a pregnancy, but in maximum 48 hours, I'll be back to normal. Hey, you've lost a pregnancy. Life has to go on. I work on my own mind. There's a way. It takes time. I work on my own. Okay, crying will not bring it back. You have to just move forward. Okay, get up, do this. What next? Move forward. There's a way I psych myself that has been doing. So I don't just sit there. I'll cry maybe today, tomorrow. Maybe the third day I'll be a bit down. Then if you see me, I'm okay. It's fine. I keep just talking to God. And even let me tell you another thing. When I had my baby, my Lord was so good. She doesn't cry that much. So my creative director, Ada, again, was saying, hey, madam, see, you've prayed for this for so long. Now you have such a good baby. I said, no. I didn't pray that my child shouldn't cry or cry. I didn't care. All I wanted was a baby. And she said I was always praising her son. That, oh, this boy is so good. He doesn't cry. Oh, such a good boy. She said, I've oversaid it. To her, I have every time I see the boy, I'm saying it. And I keep saying it. I don't even, and that is how I attracted it. So listen to what she's telling me. It is something that my mind is not even on. But she told me, no, but that's how you attracted it. Because you keep talking about boo-boo, every time, telling me that that's how I attracted it. And honestly, me, I don't even bear grudges for long. When you do something, I'm angry, maybe I'll react instantly, and that is it. Or maybe whatever they've told me. So maybe my friends know, honestly, my friends know, when you come and tell me somebody said this about you, if I don't believe it or whatever, I'll go and ask the person, I'll tell the person, you said this. I'll mention your name. I do that sometimes. And my friends know. You know, honestly, because I don't want to have a different or negative thought about someone that is close to me. It's not, Charlie, I'm not being on a good vibration. I have I'm fighting a lot of negativity in my environment already. So I don't need people around me to bring in more negativity. No, I'm working hard, to push out of the negativity and be positive. So seriously, during my baby thing, there were times that I'll feel like, oh, maybe I'm going to lose right now. I'll feel upset, I'll do this. In my mind, once there's a negative thought, I'll fight it back with another positive one strongly. I was always fighting it back. But those of you who follow me on Instagram, I posted about how my second baby, how I was having dreams and blah blah blah. I never believed for one that it was somebody that was making me have these dreams or somebody was cheating. I have terrible dreams. I even made research into it and I shared it on my Instagram. I was telling you people that when you're pregnant, it's normal to have horrible dreams because your hormones are overworking, there's a lot, and all kinds of things are going on in your body. So it's okay to have negative dreams. But here, when people have negative dreams, you go run to your pastor, they'll put all kinds of things on you. There's one thing I even fear, vagabond anointing. I fear that a lot. I'm a Catholic, I believe in my Hail Marys, I believe in my rosary, I believe in genuine and honest prayers. Honestly, this has really taken me through the journey. It has worked a lot. So when people will come and say, oh, people used to invite me to their churches. Even when I'm going, I'll pray and tell God, God, Charlie, I believe in you, I trust you. I don't want any fake prophet laying their hands on me. So please give me a sign. This kind of prayer, it's just like normal prayer. So I go and I see signs. So I've marked them. I've met all these prophets that will be on TV making noise. I've met some, it's sad. It's sad how we have been brainwashed. They don't think for once. People, it's sad. It breaks my heart when these women share this story with me because I know how painful this weight is. Because I've experienced it during pregnancy. Negative thoughts will come. I won't fight it. I'll just be there, and then it will happen. But this one, when I thought, I told our dreams. I had dreams where I even had a dream that a man slept with me in my dreams when I was pregnant with my second baby. I woke up feeling confident. I didn't even tell my mother to even cast my mind or anything. I'm like, oh, maybe it's just one of those dreams because maybe I ate too much and my hormones are this and that and that. That day I woke up, I said a little prayer in my mind and I was okay. I was confident that nothing was going to happen. But the moment, if I had fright, there were times I've had those kind of dreams in the past and I would freak out. I'll be so afraid, oh God, this is going to happen. And my whole mind will be telling me, hey, God, it's happening again. And it does happen most of the time. So it is your vibration. When you're vibration with certain things, it happens. For instance, when I posted pictures of my pregnancy when I had my baby, people were like, oh, why would you expose your belly? Your village witches will come for you. The witches, da 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 da. There are no witches in my village. So I don't know what you're talking about. If there are witches in your village, there are no witches in my village. I don't know any witches. I've not seen any before. So who are they coming from? So in my mind, there are no witches. So where are they coming from? So my vibration is different. Like I'm on a different mindset than that person's mindset. Seriously, there were a lot of people who were worried for me. They were concerned. They were worried. For example, even sent me a message, oh, stop posting your child on social media. I had a dream that this happened to her, and I had a dream, all kinds of things. There are people that I became friends with because they were having dreams about my daughter, saying, oh, you had a dream, this happened to her. And we prayed, I used to pray and stop posting her. Of course I pray. Lord is a miracle baby. Like, she's been through so many things already. Like, by God's grace, everything is by God. She's a miracle baby, and I know she has a special calling. So those people that are telling me all this, I know in my heart of hearts that they are just worried and afraid for me. So I'm trying to, maybe they go into bed, maybe after watching Instagram, they go into bed with all these negative thoughts and they sleep and they dream. That thing happens to me. There are times I'll be thinking about something, I'll go to bed, I dream about it. So you see how our mind works. And then you wake up and you think, oh, yeah, I had a dream that this happened in the dream. No, it is your mind. So seriously, the best place to start. So seriously, the best place to start is working on your mindset. Because your mindset and your belief system is going to create your reality. Seriously. I know it's not easy. The thoughts of the future can be so difficult, like can be so scary, I know. So sometimes you run to the pastor to know whether there's going to be a new chapter. You want to know ahead what's going to happen. You run to your prophet. It's okay. But again, that society has brainwashed that in a certain way. So go for the good one. For instance, you're being told that people in your village or witches in your village can do this to you, can do that to you. Maybe you're a Christian, maybe you're a Muslim. You believe in another power, in a divine power that, oh, my God can do this. So between your God that can do this and between somebody in your village that can also take your home, which one would you believe? So you see, why not brainwash yourself into believing in the positive side, that your God is the only one that can do it. Jehovah has the final say. Jehovah has the final say. You know, seriously, Jehovah has the final say. So we have a lot of work to do. We have to work on our mindsets. And every now and then when I have some time, I'll share some tips with you. And yes, let me know what you benefit from this. If you change your mindset ever, if it's been beneficial to you, let me know. Share your stories with me, share your views, share your lessons with me. And of course, if you want to add, you're welcome. I'm here to learn. Thank you for your time and see you again next time.